Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to an unboxing component video for Fireball Island Race to Adventure. So two big things I want to point out about this right off the bat is, one, this is from Restoration Games. Let's see if I go, I don't. But it's also noticed down here it's by Goliath Games. And the thing is, so first of all, this is a remake of the old toy from, I want to say, late 80s, 90s, somewhere in that era. I used to have it when I was a kid. So this is a reimagining of the game. They just took it, they upgraded the components, maybe added some tweaks and stuff, but like 90% of it seems like it's gonna play exactly like the original game. So if you love that game as a kid, Fireball, this is a new way to get into it. Restoration Games does that has been doing that with a bunch of other games. They take old games from the childhood, they get the rights to them, and then they essentially update them. They fix things that were maybe wrong, maybe add a little bit extra to them that they can that maybe they couldn't do back then or whatever, better components, so on and so forth. So then the second thing to add is, because I say this says Goliath on it, is this is another gaming company that basically, I don't know the story of how this works, but they're publishing it through Target exclusive. So the regular, so if you go to Restoration Games, it's called Fireball Island. I forgot what it's called. It's called something else. It's not Race to Adventure. The Race to Adventure version is the Target exclusive version. And the difference is essentially it's stripped down even more. So show some of the picture of my. So you play on this giant island. You're trying to collect treasures, while avoiding getting hit by these marble-like fireballs. So the board, the cards, the components, the main components are going to be the same in either version. Like what you have access to. The difference is the one from Restoration Games. Well, I think it's something with the Volcar Crystal is something in the name of the Volcar. I don't remember the exact name. But yeah, some of the components in the other version, which I'm going to call the full version, are a little bit different. Like, I think the bridges aren't cardboard. I think they're plastic. Plus, they have some extra additional components, like a little cradle for holding your cards. They have something called Snapshot. Plus, they also have, like, 4 expansions that go to the game, which you could buy and conceivably play with this one as well. There shouldn't be any reason why you can't. Just then, they're also going to come with the little snapshot things, which is an extra game mode that you won't have access to if you don't have it from the original base game. So if you're only looking to get the base game and you want to get it a little bit cheaper, pick up this one at Target. It's, I don't know if it's quite half price, but it's cheaper. But if you want to get, you're going to plan on buying all the expansions, I'd probably just buy the full version. That way you get all the extra components and stuff. But that's up to you. I just want to kind of go through what the game was. I just remember playing this as a kid. I saw it for cheap, picked it up, didn't realize there was a difference. So that's why I'm letting you know that. So here's the setup. You set up this big giant board, place different marbles down, some off to the side, some different things here. You place gold and treasure on certain spots, all your different components. And then to play the game, it's pretty straightforward. Object of the game is to have the most points when all 3 special treasures are found and someone has gotten back to the helipad. Earn points from collecting treasures and making it back to the helipad. So you're going to play action cards. They're going to give you various things like movement. There's going to be different things like tree roots, which can get in your way, make you have to go over them. Caves, which you can move around. Bridges and ladders, which you can go over. Spend points grabbing treasure. Grabbing one of the Heart of Volcar, which are one of the special treasures. Stealing it from another player. Or getting to the helipad. Other actions, like you rotate stuff, use emerald marbles, and cataclysms. These are also things They'll affect the game. We'll kind of look at them. And then you can knock other characters over and stuff. And then winning the game. You get points for different stuff. So basically, quicker you can get there. I'm not going to spend time. It's a fairly simple game. It's not terribly in depth. So you don't expect to be buying this and being like, oh, we're gonna have all this strategy. It's ages 7 plus. So you can see I haven't even taken one of the boxes. So you're gonna get these big giant plasticky stands. So this is very reminiscent of the original one. I don't know if the restorations version are a better quality or not. Might be something if I can find it for cheap. Maybe I'll just buy them and see what happens. But you're going to get 2 different sides. But these are definitely probably at least as good a quality as the ones from my childhood. Well, that just kind of snaps. They don't even snap. It just sets on there. But as you can see, I'm kind of pulling it apart. And the way they sit in there, it's unless someone leans on them, they're not just going to pop out. So that's kind of nice there. I really wish I still had the original so I could kind of show off. So we're going to get this big giant, this scary head, which is going to sit up in here. I can figure out where he goes. And then what he does is, throughout the game, you're going to have to do different things where you're going to rotate him on this star point. And each one's going to lead to a different path. And there's various different ways you can go. We have a bunch of other little components here, which I haven't put anything together. You're not going to probably sit here and put all of them together. But we're going to get you little bamboo trees you can put. And they sit right in these spots here. And then they rotate around. So I'm going to kind of zoom in on that. So what they can do is they can block, they'll block paths. But what they won't do is it's not meant to block your character from moving. So if this is my little explorer, he can still move, like, and he'll just hop over this little spot and keep going. What it's supposed to do is, because depending on which way they are, they're going to block these paths that these marbles come down. So you have all these different trees. There's one for each. There's all these different spots here for them. There's like one there you can put in. They have a bunch of different explorers. So we have the little green guy you can see there. And there's a little blue woman. She's kind of shouting. I like that they made them all a little bit different. The yellow guy in surfer shorts is screaming. And we got like another explorer running around. So it's actually neat that they made them all a little bit different. And then we do have a ladder here as well. Which I don't remember where it says to put that. Oh, so there's a little ladder mark right up here at the top of the board. Am I doing this? Oh, it goes like this. And that's supposed to be a quick way that one of your characters can be like, boop, like stand up on there. And then, oop, I'm not even showing it. You can stand up on the ladder and then get up a little bit quicker. But again, these marbles are going to affect what happens where. And that's what made this game, as a kid, it was exciting. I mean, as an adult, I'll still enjoy playing it. But I can see where, like, bring it to all your gamer groups. They might not necessarily be like, oh, this is the most exciting thing ever. So then there are various spots around the map that have little pictures of the fireballs, which I'm trying to see where they all are right now. There's one there. Probably one on the other side of him. There's one there. One there. And it looks like there's one on that side. So those guys sit on there and they stay up there, and then yeah, neat, actually orange dye. It's actually pretty cool. And yeah, there's a little extra treasure which we can put right there. I say we're missing stuff. You know, these punch tokens. These are actually decent little tokens. Again, probably a lot better quality than the rest. So they're gonna have grass on one side, and then they're gonna have a various symbols on the other side. So some different types of treasures. So the gold is normal treasure. These other ones are these are special treasures. So they're gonna place these face down on these various icons here. Again, I'm not gonna place all of them. But the idea is that's where then your players are trying to go to pick up things. And I don't know if we can see on the board here. So this treasure right here, by the bottom of this ladder, has these little red arrows by it. And that's just to dictate, that's the spot you have to stop to pick up a treasure. And then we have some little bridges, which they have little icons on. I'm going to say where those go. So those are going to be over here. And that's it. Your little guys can cross over bridges. And there's various rules for them. I think you have to stop. I think that was one of the rules. You had to stop on a bridge. You must stop moving when you land on one of the bridges or the ladder. If there's already a player there, you must move over them. So the idea, and that's one of the things that makes that dangerous. So if you move, you have to spend it. So if you had 4 movement, you had to stop here no matter what. Because then if the ball comes through, it's going to mess you up and knock you down. The same thing with the ladder. Just different things. There are little cave icons on the board, which I'm trying to see if I can find one. Probably down towards the bottom. Oh, well, anywho. Well, here's the helipad terrace. That's where you have to end the game. Oh, like right here where it says number 2. That's a cave entrance. Now when you go through a cave, it says optional to travel through the cave. Stop at any cave open, roll the die, and then go to that number of space. So if like I had my yellow guy got here and he wanted to use a cave, he would roll the dice, and I rolled a number 3. I would look for cave number 3 on the board. So you got like 1 here, 3's over here, so he's gonna move. He's gonna move way the heck over here. So it may or may not be a good thing to get you away from where you want to be, but it's something different. Lets you move around. So these orange ones are called Ember Marbles, and then there's 4 Fireballs, which I have sitting off to the side over here, way over to the side. And they're also going to do various things. So that's when you activate, you anger the moat, and it's going to drop fireballs down. Alright, so, and I'm just going to show you what that's going to look like. So, this is what makes the game really fun and cool. So I'm going to put... So you got guys on a couple different spots. So if I drop all these marbles down, whoops, if I could actually drop them into the hole like a smart person. So you don't know which side it's going to come out. So that one came down that side, knocked my lady off her ladder. That one came straight down, knocked this guy off. And then it's also, so they kept going that way. Now if I just turn this, if I would re-drop these, you can see it's going to go a different direction. Although this one's really heavily focusing on only going off to that one side. But if I drop one down this river, it's going to knock my guy off the bridge. So when guys get knocked over, then they have to spend the extra turn standing back up somewhere else. These balls are going to come down various paths. They're going to hit these other ones, which will then have a cascading effect. And that's what makes it crazy, because you're not supposed to know which direction the balls are going to go. Then you pick everything up and you reset it all. But yeah, so you can be turning this to try and maybe hopefully aim it towards one of the other players. To try and knock their stuff off. But it kind of makes it random, and that's what made it really exciting as a kid. Again, I don't know how much enjoyment, like, an adult might get out of this versus a kid. But I think kids would really enjoy this, as you just cause all this chaos, dropping these guys. But it also depends on your kid, because you might end up dropping it, and then it might keep hitting you, and then they might get angry. So, who knows? Alright, we're going to look at these cards quick. So, they're all just going to have the back, and I'm sure they put the logo on there just so if you have the other sets, they don't get mixed up. So, we're going to have something like this. It's going to say, run, move 12 while moving, don't stop on the ladder or the bridges. So, we got a couple of those. Ember Marble, move 6, and then after moving, launch an Ember Marble. So this is where then you get to actually pick one of the marbles and you get to knock it off into a path. So there's where you can kind of use it to actually mess with somebody else. And we're going to get a bunch of those, of course. And then we have an Earthquake. It says rotate all trees and Volcar. That's the big statue in the middle. Then draw and play the top card of the deck. You can rotate in whatever direction you want. We have Steel, move 8, rotate Volcar 1 spot. While moving, if you hop over someone, steal any one treasure they're carrying. We're going to get a bunch of Steel cards. There's not a ton of different cards, and it's, might be stuff the expansions, if you bought the regular version, might add. Or even the full game. Again, I'm not sure if the full game has more options. This is more of a cheaper version to come out. And then they have a bunch of Cataclysm cards. It says, move 6, and then after moving, take the marble from the scar, so that's where the little red ones are hiding, and then drop them in there. So that's where you're trying to drop all of them, like I was doing, and it's going to cause some big issues. So that's the simplest thing there. So move 6, move 8, or move 12, then you're just trying to collect treasures, dodge, maybe knock other people out. Again, not a very complicated game, lots of randomness, because when you drop the balls from the top of that thing, it can go one of 3 directions, so you can't even, so unless you're on the complete other side of the map, you might get hit, or if you know you're in a safe spot, you might be fine, or like hiding behind a tree. So like if this came down this pathway here, and it went down that river, but if I turned this tree around and then I dropped a marble down there, it's going to stop it from going down the tree. So this is the advantage of turning the trees. As you could try and block your own path. Or if you're up in some of these other spots, like here where this cave is, you're not going to get hit. So that makes a difference too. Alright, so that's Fireball Island Race to Adventure. So if you're nostalgic for this game, or you're looking for just a fun little kids game to pick up, definitely could be enjoyable. If you want more, I would look at getting the restoration version through their website or through like your actual like local gaming store. Because then it's also going to have expansions which are going to add more little boards. I think one's like a pirate ship, one's like another little island you can go to. They add some other marbles, because they add green marbles for like snakes, yellow marbles for like I I think they call them bees, but I think they changed them later to like hornets, which do different stuff. There's like a little cougar you can use that pounces at guys. So they added more elements to the game. But if you just want a quick one and done, get this one. You want more, get the full version. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.